And another person who will be feeling sweet revenge this weekend is Gary O'Neill, whose Wolves team climbed to 12th after they beat his old team Bournemouth 2-1. And talk about a change of fortunes for Bournemouth since O'Neill left the club, or was forced out of the club, I should say. They are really struggling this season. But let's shed some light on Wolves first of all, because O'Neill tried to play down the impact of this game really on him, personally, because of the agenda that's kind of been made out of it, and the point to prove that he might have. I'm sure that must have been playing on his mind when he picked this team for this game. I'm sure he circled it in his calendar as soon as the fixtures came out. Because Wolves looked really up for it, didn't they? They were really keen to get a result in this game, and surely their manager spurred them on. They looked pretty impressive, and I was really worried for Wolves at the start of the season.
Yeah, they're such a strange team, aren't they, Wolves? You don't know what you're going to get with them. I mean, the opening game of the season, you absolutely battered United, and were really unlucky not to get 3 points. And it's been like that, to be honest, in a number of games where they've been playing. They've perhaps not got what they've deserved, and they have struggled to score goals. That's been the main thing. I think they lack that kind of real number 9, but it seems like that man might be emerging in Kolasinac, who's come in and really actually scored some really important goals. He's not the most mobile and the quickest of players, but he certainly knows where the back of the net is. And I think actually there were a few top clubs that were linked with him in the summer. United were actually one of them as well. He's clearly quite a talented number 9, and I think he's something different that they lack. Obviously, since Jimenez has kind of left the club really, and if he can start some, because he's not had a great deal of starts, has he? He's come off the bench and kind of made his mark. No. But that front line is definitely starting to click. I think Cunha is a great buy for them. Obviously, come in for a lot of money, so I think obviously big things were expected of him. But it seems like he's just starting to click and starting to add a little bit of end product to his game. He took his goal really well. It was a great strike. First time as well. It's great to see them, them curlers kind of going the way they do. You don't see many of them nowadays, to be honest. But he took his goal really well. And obviously Pedro Neto coming back is an absolute massive boost to them. And he's been outstanding, to be honest, since he's come back. Hwang as well, obviously contributing, but
it's a nuisance,
I didn't like his reaction to the red card though. I thought it was a massive overreaction there, something that we don't want to see, and something that we've actually moaned about, diving and drama, not kind of getting punished. I don't think Lewis Cook should be that naive really to give him that sort of reaction, to be honest. It wasn't a headbutt really, was it? It kind of lent his head in. But as soon as you do that, you're running the risk of getting a red card. And obviously that was what he received. But I'd like to see the referees giving yellow cards for players just making the most of, not even barely a challenge, to be honest, and going down and holding your face from when you're clearly not hurt. But I think Wolves
give a card for exaggeration.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. At least that would put players off from, play acting. It's just ridiculous. It's one of the most annoying things to watch actually as a fan happening. It's really frustrating. It puts you off watching the sport for some people, I feel. So yeah, I think they're coming on. I think they definitely need to put through a run of games together, a run of wins, because that's just something they've lacked is consistency, Wolves. And obviously the thing is they've had a complete overhaul in midfield. Obviously Ruben Neves and Mateus Nunes obviously exiting the club, and obviously João Gomez has come in, looks like quite a good talent. So I think there's plenty of reasons to be positive.